So this month we got 10 contracts by using Facebook ads and only spending less than $7,000. Someone asked me how we're doing it. So I'm going to break that down today. And if you stick till the end of the video, I'll give you some action items that you can take so that you can have some success. So if you're not following me on Instagram, please follow me. I post a lot of good content on there. It's just at Fidel underscore and my last name. But with that being said, I'm going to tell you exactly how we are doing it because most people are happy getting a 3 to 4x return on their ad spend. For me, I think that's way too low. We work way too hard not to make the money that we want to make. So I'm going to breaking down exactly what we are doing differently. Now, as you can see, this is the last 30 days of our Facebook Ads Manager. The only thing that we do for marketing is Facebook ads. We cut out all the other channels because we get a great ROI on it. So as you can see, we got 211 leads for the month of October at an average cost per lead of $33. Now, these campaigns are in my market and some specific markets that are very good and stuff is selling because I want to be in a market where things are moving so that the properties are not just sitting there. So if you have used an agency before and you have not been getting results like this, it's because their ads suck or they're too generic. Now, if you ask me, how are we getting results like this? One, it's all about your ads. So your ads need to call a specific pain point and you need to sound authentic, right? So whenever you're talking on the ad, whether it's you or an actor, you want it to be authentic. And then there's some stuff that we do behind the scenes that we only share to our clients that basically allowed you to get cheap leads that are high quality, right? So we spent around $7,000 the last 30 days, 211 leads. And this is all the deals that we got for a projected revenue of $180,000. So we only spent 7 grand. We're probably going to make anywhere from 120 to like 150. Not everything is going to close, obviously. And then some of these, you see it's mail and PPC. Well, we do a retargeting campaign of the leads that we have in the system, and then we retarget them with Facebook ads so that we give them another chance to come through the funnel and basically revive them, right? So we always do an awareness campaign talking about our business, and then sometimes people will submit their information. But if you want to say that it's because of Facebook, great. If not, no worries. But I'm going to tell you the math on how this looks like, right? So we got 211 leads. We set 79 appointments. Not that good. I'm going to tell you what the goal is. We sent out 48 offers. We got 10 contracts. And then we got a total of $180,000 in projected revenue. Now, the goal by looking at this, I'm going to have the sales meeting with the team. And I want to be at least 50% appointments set from the gross leads to the actual appointments that we set out, right? So if we get 200 leads, I want half of that to be an appointment. And then we want to give out an offer to at least 80% of the people that we set an appointment with, right? And then if we have a 25% closing ratio, that means that 1 out of 4 offers that we send out, we're basically going to be getting under contract. Now, if you look at your numbers and you want to basically track this, you want your new leads to net leads to be around 60%, 65%. So what is a net lead? So basically a lead comes in and a net lead is someone that said, yes, I do want to sell. The way that we are doing it is as long as they are urgent and they are motivated, we're setting an appointment with them, right? So right now we're just really focusing on people that are distressed. And then we have stuff on the follow-up, right? So to give you the magic ratio, new lead to net lead, you want to be around 65%. So meaning a little bit more than half of the leads that you get, you want to be setting an appointment with them, right? So once you get those net leads, you want to basically set an appointment with at least 70% of the people that said yes, right? So you want to have successfully talking to them. And then you basically, after that, you want to give out an offer to at least 80% of the people that you had an appointment with. Now, the reason why the number is off is because oftentimes whenever the sales team is talking to the person and we dig deep into the motivation or future steps, we figure out that there's stuff that they need to figure out before wanting to sell. So that's kind of that'll allow you to kind of dig in and see exactly what you need to change. But after that, you want to give out an offer, like I said, to at least 80% of the people that you have appointments with, because that's basically giving you a higher chance of putting something on the contract. And then if you are at like 30% closing ratio, that means that you're putting on the contract one out of 3 to 4 offers. And that's pretty good, right? So for us, our goal, just kind of looking into this month, we had a great month. Like I said, most people are getting 3, 4x return on their ad spend, and we are having like a 15, 17, 18x. So for us, our goal is 50 leads a day. We want to increase our appointment set ratio to at least 50%, because here it was like way off. It was like 40%. That's bad. So I'm going to talk to the team about that. And then we want to give out an offer to at least 80% of the appointments that we complete. Sometimes we don't give out the offers because we are waiting on photos, or the people are not that ready, or there's like another decision maker who needs to be on the call. So sometimes this can take like a week or 2 weeks to contact them, right? So we want to have a 80%, so 25 appointments, 20 offers, and then from this we expect like 4 contracts. So that's 1 contract in every 4 to 5 offers that we send out, and we want to make at least 20K per deal. So we are projecting around $80,000 a week in new signed revenue that can close. So if you look at our math for this month, we had an average of 21 leads to a contract, because we got 211 leads and then we got 10 contracts. So if you divide that, we are getting 21 leads to a contract, and it cost us on average $33 a lead. So that brings the numbers to around $691 to get a contract. I mean, most people are paying 2,000 to 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. So we're just way more efficient. And I'm going to break down some stuff that can help you. But we have success ratio of like 70%, meaning 30% of the deals are not going to close due to title issues, repairs, dispo, whatever. So we're accounting for a margin of error. So all in all, it cost us around $900 to $1,000 to get a deal closed. And in terms of ROI, that's huge, because our average deal size is around $15,000. And with this month, we are projecting around $180,000. So if we multiply 180 times the 70% success ratio, realistically, we can close around 120 to 130 in closed actual revenue, but we only spent around 7 grand. So the return on ad spend is around 18x. And the reason why I don't want to scale this, honestly, I like where we're at right now. I mean, we have 6 team members, we have 2 lead managers, 2 closers, 1 dispo, and myself. And for me, I just sit in the marketing seat, make sure that the team is getting the leads by being good at marketing and making sure that we're talking to the right people. But I don't want to scale that so far, because last year, I made a video on this. Last year, I spent around $232,000 in marketing. And I mean, that sucked. Like, my average return on investment was like 2.8x. Like, I was so bad. The best one used to be PPC, which was giving us a 4.81. We spent 96 grand on that, and we closed like $462,000 from that campaign. If I would have put the additional capital in PPC, call it like 130, if we multiply that times 4.81, we would have closed an additional $600,000. But the reason why I'm not scaling just yet is because I'm comfortable where we're at right now. Because in the end, it's all about how much cash flow you net after each month. So if I'm only spending 6 to 8 grand a month, and I'm closing around 100, 80 to 100, I mean, and I pay my team, what, 20K from that? I mean, I'm netting myself 30, 40, 50, 60, $70,000. And just the risk to reward ratio, I like where we're at right now. And just for context, this year on Facebook, we've only spent $64,000, and we're making almost the same amount of revenue from last year. So I'm saving way more money from last year, and I'm making around the same, but the majority of it is going to be net profit. So whenever you guys are looking at this and you're looking at your business, you need to figure out exactly how much money you want to net, because I don't want to have a huge bloated operation where you're making $3, $4, $5 million a year. Like, in essence, all of that is going to come down to marketing and sales team, but you have so many moving parts. So for me, it's like, okay, I can delegate almost everything to my team, and I have less moving parts, less headache, less risk. So for this year, want to be way more efficient because we've only spent like $64,000. Like that's less than half of what I spent last year. And the fact that we want to make almost the same amount of revenue, I mean, it's crazy. And I do plan on scaling this a little bit more. I'm just a little bit comfortable where we're at right now, and I don't feel the need to just like scaling it a little bit further. I do want to because I want to bring more people onto the team, and I want to get consistent with $200,000 per month of close revenue. And I know we can do it just because if you see the math, it's crazy. So, what can you do in your business to get similar results? Because the reality is like it's no secret. It's just a bunch of hard work, right? So we do help clients with the Facebook stuff, but I'm going to give you some action items that you could do, right? So first and foremost, you guys seen the videos of like my mistakes. So number one is you need to become a better leader for yourself or for your team. Meaning you need to get the skills that are going to get you to your goal, whatever that means. You got to become an A player, right? Number two, whatever marketing channel you are doing, you need to bring it in house. For us, you know that we crush with Facebook ads. That's what we teach our clients, and they crush with that. So, by me putting this into my business and learning it, that gave me an ROI that's like it's infinite because now I know exactly what I need to do. And then my cost per deal in marketing is like way less and I'm making way more money. So, whatever marketing channel you are doing, bring it in house. And if you want help with Facebook ads, we can help you. And then you can implement our processes for selling the deals anywhere in the country. Number three is after you bring it in house, you need to get very good at marketing. I think marketing is way more important than sales because good marketing should not have the need of having like a pushy sales process or a salesman, right? If the marketing can tell the story and target people, only the people that you want to work with, I mean, you're doing great. And the better that you get at this, the more efficient that you will become. Meaning, you don't need to spend all this money to get the revenue that you want, as you see from my example. But the better that you get at it, the more money you're going to make. Okay. Number four, you need to get very good at the hiring, delegating, and actually training the team. So for me, whenever I bring someone on, I give them a clear SOP, instructions, manual, courses of what they need to do and what their role entails for the company. So a lot of people complain about their people, but it's all your fault. If you're not where you want to be, it's all your fault. And if someone quits, you need to blame yourself because either one, you didn't give them the proper training, expectations, SOPs, held them accountable, or you didn't do your job making sure that they were going to be a core value fit for your business. So the more that you invest in your team, the better that you're going to do. So for them, I have them on a bunch of sales training, stuff like that, that refreshes their mind. And then I'm hold them accountable, each week, listen to the calls, and I make sure that they're saying what they need to say on the phone call, asking the right questions, and, really digging into the motivation, which brings us to point number five. What we're doing differently is we're really focusing on the sales process. Nowadays there's a ton of blood in the water. A lot of people want to sell, but the market kind of sucks. So what I told the team is like, hey, we cannot do what we were doing before if we want to keep having the same results. We need to actually dig deep into the motivation. So what we did was we are spending double the time on the appointment calls or in-person appointments with the sellers that said that they did want to sell. And we're digging deep into the motivation, what selling the property accomplishes, what options they have looked at before, what we need to do in order for them to sell. What is that going to do for their life in terms of emotional stress, physical stress? Is it preventing them from doing something, accomplishing something? And we basically just want to have an open-ended conversation where we just build so much trust, where we are able to tell them like, hey, my job is not to lie to you. My job is to tell you exactly how I can help you. And the more that you tell me, the more that I could do for you, right? So if we can even the playing field and where we can overcome all of their objections and really figure out exactly what needs to happen in order for them to sell by going over their options, showing them exactly how we work, how we make money, how everything with the market kind of sucks. And we really, really build that trust. you're going to be able to get more deals. So we're focusing exactly on this, just becoming friends with a seller and just bringing value and helping them move to that next stage of their life, and whatever we need to do, like, we're going to be able to do. So that's one of the huge changes that we have put into this year. There's so much competition, and you don't want to sound the same as every other wholesaler. So if you need help with the sales process, we can also help you with this. So with the Facebook and the sales, we're helping a ton of the clients make a ton of money. So if you already are spending money and have the capital to invest, I'd love to help you, scale, and maybe you can get same results as me. But with that being said, the better that you get at it, you can hold your team accountable and you can build a great culture. So this is super important, because if you don't know what it needs to, like, how much money you need to spend in order for your team to have the appointments and for you to send out the offers, like, you don't have a business, you just have a hustle. You're just hustling. So the more that you're able to hold them accountable and really reverse engineer your numbers to get to where you want to get, like, it's not going to happen by magic. You actually need to put in the work, become better, become a better leader, spend money in the marketing, make sure that you're tracking your conversions, learn the marketing, get better results, crush the sales process, and just make more money. And I know for sure, if you do these things and really focus in on the sales, at least like for this video, that's going to help you a ton. And if you're someone, like I said, if you're already doing deals and you like my videos and you're not subscribed, subscribe. But if you like how I teach you all this stuff, make sure you book a call down below. I love to help you scale your business and take you to that next level. But with that being said, I've made other videos on Facebook stuff. If you are interested on that, check it down below. And if you want us to help you, like I said, just book a call down below and see how we can help you. Thank you, guys.